So if you searched for this video, then you must probably know that implantation bleeding is a sign of pregnancy, and you're here trying to find out whether you're pregnant or not before you can take the test and get that very clear result. I am a mom of two. I've been through two trying to conceive journeys. In this short and sweet video, I will tell you about how I knew that my spotting was not my period coming, but implantation bleeding. First is the color. Color have to be either brownish or pinkish, not red, not bright red. For the most part, it's pink or brown discharge. The amount is very little. For me, it happened somewhere from 8 to 12 days post-ovulation. The thing is, implantation bleeding can show up when your baby is implanting into your uterus or after. So the range can be anywhere even from 6 days post-ovulation up to 14 days post-ovulation, right before you can expect your period. The next difference is also the texture. It's more watery and thin. It can be mixed in with your mucus, regular discharge. It does not have any clots, and it just goes away and does not increase. It's not a flow, it's just a few spots here and there that will go away fast. It can last for a couple of days, a drop here, a drop there. It can be just one little drop. Another thing to look out for to make sure that it's implantation bleeding and not spotting before your period is some cramping, usually on one side, and it's a different type of cramping than your like premenstrual or menstrual cramping. Most of women say that it's lighter, which was for me, it was not as painful. It was just, I felt it, it was there, it was not very bothering. It was on one side for me, and that was most probably the fertilized egg moving from the fallopian tube into the uterus. And after that, when the egg implanted, which is my daughter now, it's so funny to call her an egg, I've got a few drops, first brown and then pink and brown again, of that implantation bleeding discharge. I am actually the kind of woman who does spot before her period sometimes. So my periods are not very regular, which also could throw you for a loop. But if you track your cycle, it will be much easier for you to understand whether it's period spotting or it's implantation bleeding. Once again, the timing is very important. Anywhere from 6 days post-ovulation up to 14 days post-ovulation, and implantation bleeding does not turn into a flow. And at this point, your best bet is to take an early pregnancy test, a sensitive test, in a couple of days after you had this spotting and it did not turn into a flow. Even if you didn't miss your period yet, you can try and take a test, and if there is that faint line, which can definitely be there after implantation, then you're pregnant. Or just to make sure you know that if you don't have implantation bleeding, it is still normal. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and I will see you in this video.